white fellas supplied the Maori tribe with guns, muskets, to fight that Maori tribes. And those Europeans arrived and supplied those Maori tribes to fight those Maori tribes. And the Europeans stepped back and let the Maoris fight each other. They killed each other. So now you have less warriors.
I'll stop it there because we, as Kiwis, if we know our history.
Yeah, that was a deliberate tactic. They did it all around the Pacific and all around the indigenous world. Is you go there and you give them weapons, you give the indigenous people weapons, and you drum up, you give them incentive to go and kill, and you get the indigenous people killing each other first, weakening themselves, and then you come in and there's less resistance. It wasn't just Māori though. It happened with Tonga. I think he's Tongan. It happened with Tonga as well, with King Tupou. The Wesleyan Church, they armed him. He had cannons. He had massive fleets as well, and he went around the islands killing anyone who didn't convert. And it happened in Hawaii with Kamehameha. Same thing. If you did not convert to Christianity or to Palangi values and principles, then you were wiped out as well. And it happened in Samoa. So Hawaii had Kamehameha had these two Palangi guys, John Young and Isaac Davis. And they were like his military advisors, suppliers as well. And it happened in Samoa. Remember John Williams, when he first met Malietoa, the very first thing he gave Malietoa were two guns, a musket and a blunderbuss. We spoke about this. It wasn't a Bible. At the time, Tamawhainga was a problem. He was going around kicking colonizers' ass, bro. He was like, there's some people who say that he was hunting Christians, so they had to get rid of him. But that's one perspective. So don't blow me up in the comments saying, no, that's not true. But it's what they did. They went and they gave guns to locals and got the locals to kill each other.
Yeah.
Got indigenous people to kill each other. And they did. And in Samoa, it was what? Malietoa, Mataafa, and the Tamasese. So they were all backed by three different colonizers, you know what I mean? To kill each other. But it's true. It's true what he says. And, there's that saying, the oppressor will not be so strong if he did not have accomplices amongst the oppressed. So, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So, and that's how it was. That's how they won. That was a very important part of colonization, was to get the indigenous people to fuck each other over first, to kill each other first.
If we revert to our original conversation about sports and how New Zealand needs Pacific, you know what I mean? Like they need the Pacific to grow rugby.
Yes.
And you kind of look at this in this perspective and you go, it's always been that case. You need the captain, that Samoan,
Right.
to step in, and then we'll play that one guy for one test and then shut him down. This is kind of a continuation of that. But it's been tested in history, right? Tried and true.
And if we could take it to like mandates, for example,
Yeah.
is using Pacific leaders
Politicians.
to get all of our people
Yep.
to get, shots. Or like I remember hearing Māori activists say, look, leave the vaccination pushing to us. We know our people best. Bro, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So they were able to implement their what they wanted through using Māori. So it's not just this technique that was done in the past where they were able to they had a goal. We want to colonize New Zealand. Let's use Māori to do it. It's quite ironic, right? Let's use Hawaiians to help us colonize Hawaii. It's not something that was just in the past. Like when they want to further an agenda now politically, let's use Pacific people to further our colonial agenda. And it's still happening today. They pick they study who's moving the masses, who has the respect. They do it the black community as well in America. Who can we get to lead all of the Pacific people down this, to herd them all like sheep through this gate. And
Church.
The church, and remember, funding the
Yeah,
Pacific media. Whoever funds you runs you.
Yeah, so
Bah,
The
whoever
government?
funds you
I
the
stole
government.
that off
Yeah,
black
so-
people.
so government fund provides the initiative to provide funding.
Right.
So all the specific agencies apply for funding and use the vehicle of the church to provide them the
Yeah.
platform, and that's sort of a chain of command that the government is operating. It's using.
But it's not just church. Like, we are getting the pronouns now getting funded through. We're getting all of this other stuff.
But what I'm trying to say in the COVID, that's how it's been
You're right.
systematic.
You're right.
They used the church.
The church was big
as
during
part
that.
of- yeah.
Yes.
As the way to channel into the people, and once they get it done, then they go to the next step.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. So these are not. See, one thing colonizers are so fucking good at is colonizing, is studying their victims, you know. And this technique that they did in the past, it's still working now. And like we talked about immigration, how in the past, the premier of New Zealand said, "Give me immigration. I can wipe out Māori without a gun. Just give me mass immigration." And that's what they're doing now. They're bringing in heaps of other people to weaken the political voting power of Indigenous people here.